welcome back, everyone, to a little more farming sim. I was curious to know or I was thinking of what I could possibly do today, and I just figured it was too much hassle to try to start something or work with Satisfactory. We're probably going to move that to a Friday night, possibly, and everything else. And I was trying to figure everything out, and it's like, yeah, you know what, screw it. We know what we're doing in Farming Sim, so let's just hop into Farming Sim. We can literally just hop in, and away we go. So that is kind of what I'm thinking, that we're just gonna, try to combine this Fred Field from the Smug prick. If you're wondering what I mean by Smug, him. He is the most smug, arrogant prick you can imagine. If you don't know what happened, this is probably back in episode 30, around 40, somewhere in between there. And if you have missed any of this series up to this point, you can go rewatch it over on YouTube under the playlist Farming Sim 22. It's all there. You can rewatch it, how we started from the beginning to where we are now, which is quite an epic tale, to be honest. We've come a long ways. Despite still being broken, haven't been able to do much more about this. Anyways, we are going to try to finish off his field today so that maybe we can get a couple more contracts. I don't even care with field 11, that's 878. I could do that with my little guy, okay? But we're going to get his done. I mean, done. No horse it around or anything else. We're finishing that one today, I think. We are down $187,000 because we did buy a $239,000 freaking combine. So yeah, we are going to do that right now. Right freaking now. Now we are doing... Nope, that's my tractor. We are going to move him out of the field right away, promptly. And the combine went backwards while I was finishing up that other field. No idea why. It all of a sudden decided to go backwards. If I could figure that out, I wouldn't be telling you. But yeah, we are... In some ways, we're under the gun trying to get this thing done. I mean, it's a $100,000 contract, so we are not going to waste any time trying to get her done. Truck has something in it. All right, okay, cool. That truck we could use. I guess we could probably use it. There's my other combine. This is us. This is entirely us. We're back with the gleaner in the Smug pricks area. So we're going to try to hobble ourselves through here and get this all done in a timely manner. I mean, it'd be nice to get the baling done all at the same time doing this, but realistically we won't. So, I mean, we might as well just try to push ahead and get this one done. We have enough straw on our own for ourselves. So yeah, I'm just going to run the gleaner for a while. So yeah, if I did it off camera, so if you guys missed, it's not a problem. I did 102. We got 97 still to do. Quite a few of these, like 42 I think is the next little guy that we can do. I think. Nope, it's not 42. One of these little tiny fields that has not very much in it. I think it's probably field 11. I will get the little guy to do. For no other reason than I can get the little guy to do it. And yes, I'm going to go all the way down so then he doesn't have to worry about going back and forth and missing everything. Because I mean, we are getting a ton of stuff. So today's been a busy day. Despite being a Sunday, I've actually got a fair bit done today. I've basically got my invoicing ready to go for the next job. So I get that all figured out. The only thing I have to do is I have to call my distributor, basically one of my suppliers, and talk to him and see what all they exactly want with it and what we can do, because the clients have said, yep, it's go, this is what we want, get her done, just do it. Okay, no problem. But the biggest thing is pricing. I mean, right now they're probably sitting at they're about 10% better priced than anybody else. But I still always ask. I'm that kind of guy that will say, hey, so here's my shopping cart. Here's everything in it. What can you guys do? Can you do anything better for pricing? Can you, or here's where it's going. Can you make it one package? And is that going to be cheaper for both of us, or things like that? And I mean, the guys I deal with are fantastic. I'm going to say that right now. The guys I deal with are fantastic to work with. They know their jobs, and they also, besides knowing their jobs, they also are very people friendly. Like I'm not just saying that. They are very people friendly. They're easy to deal with. They're great to work with, and you know, even when things go sideways, which sometimes happens, they're there to back up their product. It's like, hey guys, the order I got, I sent back because most of it was damaged product. Can you resend it? Yada yada yada. And the last time that happened, it was like, oh yeah, no problem. Sorry for the issue. We sent it right back out right away. And I even told them too. I said, hey, you know, it's no fault to you guys. It was the shippers that botched the order, right? They folded the friggin' package in half with stuff that was not supposed to be like foldable. Yeah, so it was the shippers entirely. But I said, hey, I know it's the shipper's fault. It's not you guys. But I do need this to finish the job. What can you do for me? And I said, I flat out told him too. I said, hey, you know, if it's too much trouble, I will rebuy the package. I mean, I'm not going to say, hey, you guys need to back this up and it's all on you, yada, yada, yada. No, it's not. I was willing to pay for it, but they said, no, hey, no problem. I mean, stuff happens. Hopefully it won't happen again. Next time we will have to charge you for it, obviously. And I said, yeah, no, not a problem. I was going to pay for it this time. Not an issue. And, I mean, they've been honestly fantastic to work with. So, I mean, but mind you, they might be going the extra mile anyways. And I say that because I have bought a ton of freaking flooring and tile from them over the years. I am not just saying that. I have purchased a ton of stuff from. I don't know what the true numbers are, but I would want to say that I've probably purchased about 100,000 square feet of flooring from them, and probably another, 10, maybe 12,000 square feet of tile. I mean, not one job. That's not one job. That's over probably close to 20, 30 jobs. For a while there's this company from where I'm at. We did four of their custom built homes, all the flooring for them. So, I mean, those 4 homes, total, those were monster homes. Those were 10,000 freaking square feet of house, freaking huge. But yeah, we did all the flooring for them, and it was huge. So, today's mission has been actually quite successful. I have completed, as far as I can go anyways today, I've completed my estimate for the flooring job that we quoted yesterday on. By the looks of things, it's, like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a go, but it's quite positive. I will say that it's quite positive. And that one is actually about a 1,650 square foot home. Basement, full basement, and living area and hallway, all the same floor. The other stuff is all, my truck's in the way. All the other stuff involved with it is I might as well actually just haul this truck out to the field. We can use it to do the grain as well. So anyways, this is about 1,650 square feet, full basement, and the upstairs everywhere where there is old carpet. They're changing out from carpet to a vinyl plank, and so I got that estimate basically done. I haven't had time to play with another estimate, which is actually, of course, building a gaming machine for a young lad. Like, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, but I got a lot of work ahead of me on that one. And because I haven't actually played around with a lot of the new equipment that much. I gotta refresh myself. I mean, I built probably 20 gaming rigs in my life, right? It's not the first time. I mean, nothing special. It's not a super rig like the ones I normally build for me and two other guys. But, I mean, it is, when I'm all said and done, I want a machine that I can give the kid that is going to last a long time. Like, it's not, I don't want to have a rig that is a good, high-quality gaming rig for 2 years. Alright? My machines, I like to basically say, okay, your computer will last 10 years. And you also have the possibility and pleasure of being able to upgrade it. I mean, I've upgraded my machine good 5 times now, but I mean, it is 5 years old. And I mean, it's done me well. Knock on wood. It's been a fantastic machine. And even my last gaming rig is actually still in operation. Yeah, it's the funny part to it all. It's actually still in operation. It's 12, 13 years old and it's still working. I mean, it is nothing special. She can't handle Windows 11. It's too old for that. A lot of the components inside couldn't handle that. But, I mean, what more do you expect? This rig is probably, I can handle Windows 11 on it, but there's a problem with that. Half the programs I use on it for my work doesn't work on Windows 11. It's all Windows 10. Actually, some of it I've modified to work on from Windows 7. That tells you how old some of these programs are. Okay, you need to dump anyways. And I just went boiling past you thinking I could dump the frickin' cleaner. So yeah, it can't handle Windows 11. Most of my programs cannot handle Windows 11. So I'm pretty much stuck using Windows 10, so I have to buy the upgraded security package for 3 years. Till such time I can maybe afford to pay a frickin' programmer to update the program. And it's not like I can't just change out programs. The one that I use a lot of times is actually the best way to describe is like an AutoCAD program for doing schematics. And by definition of these schematics, they are, well, they're very specific. They're actually part of engineering. So basically I can get all the stuff ready to go on it and everything else, and basically all I have to do is print off like I can do PDF to my engineer, but besides PDF to my engineer, I can actually print it out on basically like a letterhead of a blueprint and give it to an engineer or give it to an inspector and say, hey, look, here's what I'm doing, here's the engineering specs, here's the load points, here's the shear, yada yada yada, and they'll look and go, hey, cool, hey, this looks good to us, and bam. I mean, overall, using that program, it's probably saved me thousands, actually. And because I mean, I'm not an idiot. I do know quite a bit about engineering, load points, shear points, structural, a whole bunch of. I actually do know it off by hand, so I can actually physically know what I'm needing and doing at a specific point. The problem that it lies is because I know it, I have a hard time putting it on paper to show other people what I'm going on about. So it gets to be a point where it's like, okay, an inspector shows up at the job site, it's in my head. How do I explain to him that it's this? It's just better to have it on paper and go, okay, yeah, no problem. I got the sheets in the truck. Show them the sheets and go, okay, here's what we're doing. Here's our load points. Here's everything else. I mean, it's already been approved and passed by the inspectors anyways, and you have the building permits and what you're doing. But to have an actual blueprint with you, it makes your life a whole lot easier, because the inspector can go, okay, well, do you mind if I take this sheet with me? And it's like, yeah, no problem. So that they can actually walk around to the job site with you and go, hey, yeah, I see what you did here, and yeah, okay, that works, that's good. And it just speeds the process up so much. And I know a lot of people go, yeah, okay, you're just trying to butter up the inspectors, and you're trying to fraudulently go about. No, I'm not. I mean, there has been times that I've, on paper it looks good. I've had to change things on the fly. An inspector comes and says, hey, this is different from the blueprint. Yeah, I know. I started actual work on it, and I realized that this and this and this was a problem, and here's how I changed it. Is that according to what you guys feel is good? And I would say 90% of the time they go, hey, yeah, no problem. There's been a couple times it's like, hey, you should have revised the blueprint or done this. It's like, I had to do it on the fly, man. I get it, though. I mean, I'm not perfect. And sometimes shit happens. But, I mean, I work through it. I try to do my best. Alright, so the big combine has 2 full rows going across, so that should be enough. And he's 80%, so I should be able to get down here a fair ways. So besides doing the one quote, which actually, all in all, has gone well, I got to phone my distributor on that one too. Just see pricing on shipping and stuff like that. I like to be precise in my estimates. The other one, the job that we're doing, that's an invoice, and yet again I got a phone and see what the pricing is for shipping, if we can update it and do all the fun jazz and all that, and see if we can do a bulk shipping order, because I mean that's ideal if we can. Not saying that we can, but we're gonna try. And then of course after that, I want to get going on a few other things, but I've actually got a lot done today. I haven't had any time to really think about doing my taxes, but my brain is basically numbered out, man. I can only handle so many numbers for so long before my brain goes moments, and that's it, man. I mean, I've actually got over half my freaking taxes from a business all sorted and done anyway, so I mean, that's good. Like I said, it's been productive. He has fallen outright and ready to go, and I could actually dump into that guy. Alright, right. Bloody bad, right. That is a tight corner. And to boot, I am waiting around for a package to show up. Package related to health related things. Getting old sucks. Apparently compression socks are a thing that I need to be focusing on right now. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, a big guy, I'm not just saying it, I am a big freaking guy. Yeah, no, if compression socks helps with what issues I'm having, I am more than down to try it out. Really? I just turned you off. So yeah, that's coming. Now I have another package coming, which is actually parts for my one nail gun. A little while ago, I broke the frickin' joist hanger off the nail gun, and I mean the part itself's like $15. Whoop-de-doo, not real bad. Problem is stock. There was no available stock for this stupid thing, so it's like, oh, okay. Well, it looks like the big Norse has to wait around for a while. Well, out of all places, they said, hey, we noticed there's stock for a Amazon store for this. Would you like to check it out? And it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Because, I mean, direct from Milwaukee, it was like $12 and something for this stupid hanger, right? It's not really expensive, right? You just take 2 screws out, put it back into the gun, and away you go. The other thing is the slide spring for my framing nailer. It's wore out, and that one's like $20. Again, no stock for the parts. But somehow Amazon got it, and it is genuine parts for it, so it's not like it's an issue. And pricing wise, here's where it gets a little tricky. It is a bit more money. Instead of like $16 for one and $22 for the other, it's now like $30 for one and $50 for the other. However, the part is there, so I mean, when you consider it, it's still cheaper, sort of, still cheaper to fix the tool than it is to buy another tool. Yeah, I tend to think about that. Truck's here, muzzle dump here. And everyone wonders why I have so many trucks. So I'm waiting for the Amazon truck to randomly show up. I guarantee this. Because I live in buttfuck nowhere. Even buttfuck would say that I live absolutely dick all somewhere, right? Would probably say that, okay, well, I ordered at the same time, it was in the same cart, and they said they would both deliver today. I guarantee with 100% certainty that it's going to be on 2 different trucks. Yeah, no problem, I got that guy, yep, Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's got to come in 2 different vehicles. One guy will deliver my one package, which will be my socks, and then the other one will show up with another package delivering my parts. Because, I mean, I can totally see that happening. For no other reason than that's what's going to happen. I just have that eerie feeling. I mean, if it was a city and it came in two different vehicles, people would go, oh yeah, okay, whatever. But when you're in the country, it'd be like, that is a huge waste of time, expenses, and a bunch of other shit, considering you had to have two drivers to haul two packages. Why couldn't you just put it all in the same truck and send it out at the same time? Because they're not that smart. I don't know how many times that's happened now. Especially with Amazon. Amazon seems to be one of the worst ones when it comes to that. For us, anyways. I don't know if it's an issue with City or not, but it is with us. I mean, I can't complain too much. Alright? Nobody else delivers out here. Well, Canada Post does, but that comes by our mail carrier. And she's fantastic. Even if the package doesn't supposedly fit in the mailbox, she'll deliver it to us. She's not supposed to, but she does, which is very helpful. But other than that, FedEx doesn't deliver out here. DHL doesn't deliver out here. UPS sometimes delivers out here when the guy decides he knows where it is. Mind you, that's been a hit and miss. We have a really long lane, and our packages with UPS have ended up halfway on the lane before. I have no idea why. I guess the guy drove halfway down the lane and went, screw this, I'm just going to throw it. So they do, right? So I can't complain too much, alright? That's what I'm getting at. Amazon will deliver. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 vehicles, depending on the order. And it's stupid, even car parts. You know, you work out a vehicle or something, and I have no idea why, but it's like, okay, well, I'll go online trying to find this part for this vehicle. And you go on there, you go onto the main website of the guys, right? And then you go, okay, this should be a piece of cake. I should be able to find it here. No. It's like, no stock available. It's like, oh, crap. So you go to a distributor, and they go, no stock here. And you go, oh, crap, here we go. I'll never get this job done because I can't get the freaking parts to finish it. And you go, oh, fuck. Amazon says it hasn't. Yes, there's like 20 in stock. And you're going, why? Nobody else does. Probably what's going on is they're buying up all the stock from everyone else so that it's available at the warehouse. And then they resell it at a higher rate. That I could see happening, actually. More times than not, I could see that happening. This won't take very long to offload, by the way. It's like, yep, we have it. No issues. Again, it's like the parts for my nail gun. They're twice as expensive on Amazon, but they have them. So despite swearing up and down at it, they have them, so that's what you do, man. So yeah, there was this one time in particular, there was stuff I was ordering, and it was for a very specific thing. Actually, it was for a job site. Couldn't find it anywhere, and it was very specific what the client wanted, and I couldn't find it anywhere. None of my suppliers had it, none of the distributors, nothing. And it's like, ugh. And it wasn't like one thing, it was like a whole friggin' kit. Well, found it on Amazon. They had it. Yeah, a little bit more pricey, but they had it. It's the running story behind it. So, I look at it and go, okay, whatever. I can wait forever for the other guys to potentially get the stuff to me, or I could just say, whoop-de-doo, and just order it and show the client, okay, it was a little bit more than I originally quoted, but I got it. We can finish this job today. And, okay, no problem. I said, okay, well, it's in my cart. Here's what the price is. A little bit more than what I quoted, but I can get it to you in a couple of days. I can probably next week come in and get it done. It's all good. And the clients went, yep, no problem. We understand. We appreciate the timely matter and everything with it. It's like, yep, okay, cool. This will work. And yeah, it was like a 6-piece set. Every single one of them was individually packaged and individually shipped, arriving in 6 individual vehicles. Oh, and I'm just looking, going, yeah, I can totally see this happening. But what do you do? What's worse is it came from all the same location. That's the worst part to it all. I may be venting a little bit, but I mean... I'm glad it was free shipping, and even yet I'm still questioning if I managed to get out ahead or not. That was superficial. Hey, we're actually, in a matter of speaking, about 30 minutes in right now to the stream. We've actually got a vast amount of this done. Like, I mean, we still have this part to do, and it's almost the same as that part. Guarantee the X9 will get done before then. But, I say but, we know, man, we know. Hey, look at that. Contract 30 is 55% done. I hope I don't need to dip into my crap to finish it. Because, I mean, this guy is famous for it. That's what I was going on about with episode 30 or 40. This smug asshole. That was taters. Potatoes. Or was it sugar beet? I can't remember now. It was one or the other. I think it was... No, it was sugar beet. That's what it was. Yep. It was sugar beet. So I got a mod for this freaking equipment. I mean, the equipment worked for every other one. Not an issue. This guy, he went up and down, up and down, up and down. And I mean, flawlessly combined it. Or, you know, harvested the sugar beet. In the end, it was 25% short. And I've been shorted on a few other things. It's not just the sugar beet. It's this guy, alright? This guy shorted me on freaking bales. Okay, so let that sink in. Dweebirds managed to short me on bales and said, you still need to haul me more. I have not received all of them. But there's no more to be had. So, it's this guy. I'm really hoping this contract is somehow miraculously better than what the other ones usually are. Because, I mean, he tends to short people. He shorts them, man. He shorts them. Who the frick shorts people? Everyone else in the game works fine. This dude is special. Actually, I don't even think I took off the field the last time that he had one in here. Because technically this is now season 3. We do own a few more fields than we did when we first started. But yeah, no, it's been a road. I mean, we've journeyed on a hell of a path so far. But oh no, I actually think we're doing all right. I'm just going to tab out real quick, because the one thing is, I may not be able to see necessarily someone come in the yard, but when they hit the track package thing, if it's been delivered, it actually all of a sudden comes up and says, bing, it's been delivered. No, apparently not. Although my socks say that they're getting close. My package for my tools, not so much. So nope, they have not been delivered yet. I gotta get out of the field. Alright. Kinda loud, he's already 11%. Calm down there, sir. That's right. Oh, he's actually still on. That's a surprise and a half. I mean, yeah, we're not gonna keep up to the big X9. Not with a little 40-foot freaking header, or not 40-foot, 32-foot header versus a 45. I don't think I'd really want too much bigger of a header on this little guy, to be honest. I mean, he is freaking wobbly as it is. Bigger one ain't gonna help much. So, we're just gonna keep on trucking. Be nice to fix some of my tools before I have to use them fully again. I mean, I am framing with it, but I mean, that slide's getting bad. When you have to slam your slide for the bullets, I call it bullets, they're nails to catch. Yeah, it needs a little TLC. Tender love and care. I can't complain, that thing has seen some pretty wicked events in its time already. I think I've had that nail gun for about 4 or 5 years. It's seen some stuff. I know a lot of people go, you're using framing nails to build a lot of your decks again? Yes. Nails don't shear. Screws do. And even the structural screws, like, I mean, I have a lot of people go, oh, well, you gotta use these structural screws for your hangers and everything else. No, I'm using nails. I'm using the good old-fashioned hanger nails. Why? They don't shear. And nor do they pull out. People go, well, they're smooth shank. Well, no, they're not. They actually have a bit of a ridge on them. They don't pull out. They do not actually pull out. They're actually pretty decent. And yeah, no, I'm back to basically framing a lot of stuff with, even an exterior, with nails. Yeah, they'll rust. You know how many years it takes for a nail to rust out? It ain't 2. It ain't 5. Maybe in 30. By then you're probably, because our wood is not that great, you're probably out replacing it anyways. I mean, deck material, I will still use screws for deck material. Why? Because it's easier to replace in the end. But your framework? No. No, your framework should be solid. I'm just tired of coming back in and fixing frickin' structural screws that shear. They even had an engineer go, oh no, these have way more load capacity than what a nail does. And nails don't shear, bud. These, they do. One is cast, one is not. I don't care. The cast ones are garbage. We're actually getting a fair ways down this field. Yeah, considering we went down and back, and now we're going back and forth. That's not bad. So yeah, no, we got back to the good old basics. Even framing frickin' buildings. There was one guy, one in particular inspector that came out all the time and said, well, you need to be using screws. So you're telling me I'm going to put screws in all these studs, and then when somebody accidentally hits the building, it's going to shear this whole wall and the whole building's going to collapse. Cool. Good to know. Shouldn't do that. Well, it will. Ain't much friggin' shear on those. Nails, yeah, you might break a couple studs, but that's about it. You can fix them. Oh. Mind you, that was the same guy that we were lifting something up and he went underneath the live load and I almost shit myself. As an inspector, that ain't good. Never walk underneath a live load. Ever. Don't ever do it. Don't do it. I would imagine he is full again. Alright, well, I'll finish my row. We'll offload him. Because X9 full and down means we no hauling grain. No hauling grain, no finished field. We must hauling grain, finish the field. I went down back 2, 4, 6 times now. I'm gonna have to haul this truck over pretty soon. This one actually can haul as much, sometimes more, than that other one. As foolish as that sounds, that's the way it works. Yeah, when the X9 is full, the X9 is full, man. But in contrast, look at the freaking difference between header size. I would have to say half this header is what I'm using in that cleaner. So it's doing 2 times the work. Okay, off it goes. I'm gonna dump this guy. Oh, truck's over here. Where am I going? Nobody knows. Nobody cares, but it's gonna go over here. Then it can offload. And again, whatever, the other contract is wheat too, but I don't want to do that one the same as what did this one. I'm going to finish this one, grab the next one. Because I feel that's a good approach to do this. They can only handle 20,000. And by the time this one's full, that combine will be full again. Holy crap, this truck is full. But we are actually taking off a fair pile. I mean, the gleaner doesn't seem like it's helping, but it kind of is. We are at least still taking off more of the field. Okay, gonna tip the front. Gonna tip die front. Front is now tipped. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a pretty hefty margin. This guy's just... It's been 40 minutes now, and we've taken off probably another quarter. Oh, that one's already been cultivated. Holy crap. They are busy. And this guy is oats, so we don't have to worry about her. And this one is wheat and wheat. Okay, I can take both of those. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. And actually, to save myself a lot, field 3 and field 8. Field 3 and field 8. Field 3. Or, is it field 3? Is that field 3? Field 3, yes. And field 11. I thought it was 8. I was looking at 8. Yeah, so field 11. That guy. We might hold the little guy up for. I think that we could probably do that. And field the fuck was it again? Good brain. 3. What is field 3? Actually, fuck it, we just use the gleaner. There, problem solved. We got that one figured. Yeah, we'll just use the friggin' gleaner. The gleaner will effectively work. Told you it'd be full. But yeah, no, we'll just use the gleaner. We'll just hold the gleaner up there. Because it is my combine, it actually works out better. And I say that honestly because I don't have leasing costs. I have vehicle running cost, which is a far cry cheaper than anything else I'm doing. So yeah, I'll just drive the gleaner up there and combine that. Field 3 shouldn't take that long with the gleaner. Just enough to fill up the bottom. And he is full, so we'll go offload him. Yeah, the X9 is doing... He is doing rounds, man. He is doing rounds. So yeah, we're too close. When you're rubbing the header and making friends with the header, could you stop making friends with the header? How did you fuck up so much, Kurt? Oh, yes, went and took a look. I had to go talk to my one cousin anyways, but went and took a look at what he's using for his trailers. Actually, it's not a trailer at all. It is an actual auger wagon. We're using the Demco, which is actually not bad, but 77.5 cubic meters. This guy is 70 basically. These guys are only 37. I don't think you can... No, it's just wheel setup. That's only different. They kind of look like that with a single wheel, except they're a whole lot fucking bigger. Basically, as close as you can get, it's one of these. They're freaking huge, man. I mean, this is actually cheaper than that one. It holds twice as much. But that's what he has to use when he's using 3 of the X9s at the same time. He goes, yeah, they're freaking insane. See, there's the vehicle leasing cost. About $12,000. But what do? It's a giant fucking field. Oh, he's still going. Apparently, if you get out while he's offloading, you're good. Alright, I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to go around the outside and around the outside. Let's see how long this takes before I am full. And that truck is probably full. Apparently I only did it like that, huh? Alright, well, let's clean her up. Let's make her a nice smooth circle. There we go. Moist. Again, it doesn't seem like much, but this thing is helping. It's actually doing pretty good. Now, if my packages do show up while I'm streaming, I very well might stop and do the packages, because at a point it'll be like, I have them, I must get my nail gun fixed before I need it tomorrow type thing. So, there is that. And I'm thinking about a later night stream tonight again. Or around 8, maybe 9, and go for a ways tonight. But I might actually do something different. And it's a game that was in development for a while, and it's still kind of in development in a lot of cases, but it's kind of a lot of fun in a lot of other ways. So we might jump into that and do a new game of it. So that might be fun. %full, huh? Oh yeah, there's that smidgen. Well, we might as well combine that smidgen off. Get his maximum if we can. Because I'm not keeping any of his field whatsoever. If he's not a smug prick this time, we will end up taking whatever extras he has left, and I will put them all into production for flour. And of course, we hauled 1 truckload of rape oil into the plant, and it actually produced a fairly substantial amount of oil. So, and it basically not doubled our profits, but 2.5 times our profits. So that was huge. Yeah, this thing has Rocky Roll syndrome. And he is full. Well, hang on. Because I'll probably have to drive the truck after this. We will make it a little bit wider of a path here. I know, doesn't seem like much again, but it's huge. It actually adds up quite a bit. I may actually have to go to the bathroom soon, so I might actually just head downstairs and see if the packages did come. And because, I mean, our cell coverage lately around here has been beyond crap. Not just saying that, it has been honestly beyond crap. I don't know what's going on, but it's freaking horrible. Alright. Probably shut off at that point, but okay, it's out here again, so I might as well dump this, grab the combine load there, and away we go. Where is said combine? The other end of the field. Okay, well, I guess we won't be hauling the truck for a while. Yep. I will also see, via this definition, if the bar has moved any. It's like waiting for the Domino's truck when you're at a job site in town. You can follow them around where they go for their food and bringing it towards you, and sometimes it's kind of hilarious because it's like That is not the path you should have gone, but hey. There was one time that I swear this guy was literally driving around trying to find us on one of the fresh builds, and literally he drove past us like twice. It's like, I think that's our food. Look at the app and go, that was our food. Where the hell is he going? I mean, it's special sometimes. Yes, it's out for delivery, and that bar has not moved. Let's take the tracking. Nope. It hasn't been updated since 10 o'clock. It is fucking magical. Alright, how about you? Technically, it's broken up in two packages, so that's why I say it could be two different trucks. Just putting it out there. It could be two different trucks. Could be very magical. It very well could be magical. Alright, I'm going to do a quick bathroom break anyways, despite it not being here. So bear with me for a second or two. It's a peppity poppity boop, and we're back. As everyone's goes, oh, what the hell is going on with that? Oops, I folded it over. Not like the X9. Have to wait my turn. And yes, that baby is 80% full. He's getting a lot off. He is doing a good job. And for your information, no, that package is not here. Not in a million years is it here. It is on an Amazon or two Amazon trucks somewhere between here and the warehouse it left at. Where exactly that is, I have no idea. Alright, I know he's full. I gotta leave room on one truck because, well... Oh, screw it, I don't need to leave room on one truck. I'll just dump that guy, bring it here. Yeah, we got a plan. It's snowing. It wasn't supposed to be snowing today. It's snowing outside. What the hell? Granted, it is February. And this is kind of our anything can happen month. I really hope not. I really have to drive for 300 kilometers for my next job, but that is one of those good high-paying jobs, so I am not going to shove a gift horse in the mouth for that one. I think I went through all of them. Yep. Alright, let's dump this guy and let's dump the other one. So, yeah, no, it is a good paying job. And I mean, I'm thankful that we had one job that we were able to spread across a certain amount of time with, which has been fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't want to, he's a good friend of mine. I don't want to, try to impose anything on him or whatnot. So it's like, okay, when another job pops up, yeah, I'm going to jump on it and get her done. Because the one problem with working for a friend is I don't charge going rates for a friend. I charge, basically, it's kind of like friends and family discount. It doesn't come off the whole thing. No. That does not happen. Okay, I need to do that guy there. So no, it doesn't. Anytime I'm doing anything for friends or family or things like that, it's materials are. That's unfortunately the truth. There's no two ways around it. That is the truth. The biggest thing that changes or differentiates is the price of labor. I tend not to charge full rates for my close friends and of course family. So I still make something off of it. Don't get me wrong. I still have to pay bills and I still have to do this and that. So it's not like, oh, friends and family discount. Oh, well, doesn't look like I'm getting paid on this one. No, in the end, I still do. And in the end, I hope I always do. Because no matter what, running a business, even being a nice guy, those nice guys, I still got bills to pay, so I still have to charge for my time. It's just I tend to try to give a guy a break, and I mean, it's difficult enough as it is. And our government's, holy crap, I don't know what the hell crawled up their ass and died, but, oh, well, whatever you make should be ours. Yeah, no. It's tight enough as it is to try to live. And if anyone goes, oh, well, you own a small business, you make enough money. No. I'm the kind of guy that when you find good workers, you keep them on, right? I'd rather, and this is my philosophy, I don't know how many others follow my philosophy or whatnot, but here's the philosophy that I honestly carry and abide by. And that is that I will pay my bills and everything else, and then I will pay my employees before I ever take money. Sometimes that requires me to not take a living wage. Because again, when you find somebody that is good, you keep them on no matter what. So there are times that it's like, well, I should really, pay myself or do this or do that. And it's like, nope. No, I'd rather keep one or two guys busy and pay them than me take a wage. So again, a lot of times, like everyone goes, oh, well, you own a construction company, you're probably wealthy and everything else. No, I'm too bloody honest for that. It's unfortunate, but it is the truth. Like I said, I'd rather keep a guy working and happy than lose a guy and have to do everything literally myself. And well, the problem with that is I don't get near as much work done. So then I charge more, I lose the jobs. It's a weird balance, but it all does work. I need to tip front. It's belly dump. And yeah, I'm the boss. I'm always the one that has to manage everything. It's just part and parcel of owning a business. And like I said, when a lot of people don't understand this concept, but if taxes go up even 0.5%, that equates to a substantial loss on our part. Because we already have tight margins, and to be competitive with all the friggin' immigrants coming in, that undercut us so bloody bad. Workmanship's piss poor, makes all of us look bad. I mean, there are some of us contractors that were, before, but it's tough out there. Like, 20 years ago when I started working under the contractor construction banner, it was a whole lot easier back then. And I'm not just saying that. It was a whole lot easier back then. I didn't have dick all for competition. Why? Because we all respected each other's sort of boundaries. And it's like, hey, what are you doing out here? Oh, I'm doing this. Okay, cool, no problem. I'm over here doing this. And a lot of times what happened back in the day, it was like, okay, we're doing a job, and it's like, hey, I'm doing this job just down the street here. I'm doing this and this and this for a client, but I have a problem. What do you think about this problem? And you go, that's a damn interesting one. Have you tried this? Ooh, no, I haven't tried that. Good thinking. Hey, thanks for the help. Hey, no problem. And what became of it was potentially another job from them, actually. A lot of times we traded labors and traded jobs with each other and all hell of different assortments and stuff. But nowadays, oh hell no, you don't do any of that stuff. It's cutthroat. It's like, no, I can't afford to give out secrets or do that or anything else. It's, I don't know, we've fallen back in time where it's scary freaking road is what it is. Am I worried about my future as a contractor? 5 years ago, I'd say no. Now? Yeah, I am. It's It's not so much the immigrants are necessarily you consider a problem. They are, but they're not. The fact that there's more competition is one thing. It's the bad workmanship that's another. Like, I've set myself up for, I would consider fairly high standards. Maybe some might not, but I mean, I put myself at a fairly high standard. And I'm the kind of guy that even if I fuck up, I always back up my work. Hands down, that's the way I do it. But the one thing that gets me nowadays is when you're working and you're doing a job and a guy next to you is doing the same freaking job you are, but there is a clear difference in the quality of workmanship. And the one thing that drives me mad is when they screw over a client that was, and basically you can consider yourself bar none on a plane surface doing the same job, basically the same rates, except one guy does it better than the other guy, and the other guy comes over and sees your work and goes, "What the fuck?" Well, I'm sorry. This is the maximum that I can physically do. I can't take on any more work because this is all I can do. And it's, well, I got this guy to do it, and he did this, he's supposedly the same thing as you, but he didn't, and it cost me in the end twice as much. So what the hell? It's like, I'm sorry, dude, but it gives a bad name and a bad image to people, and people look at that and go, "Oh, but they're all the same." We're not. That's the problem, and that's what I'm getting to with the whole venting and whatnot, is we're not all the same, but we are all classified as the same, and it's irritating. I'm not going to lie about it. It is irritating. Too close. Might beg the question why I'm not the guy in the cart in the first place. I'm the guy in the combine. There we go. That's better. But yeah, no, it's tough out there. And don't get me wrong, I'm still the same kind of guy I was 20 years ago. Actually, it was fairly recently. We were working on a job, and we get a call, and this guy says, "Hey, could you come over and take a look at something?" "Yeah, okay, no problem. We'll come take a look." Yeah, a contractor was there working at the same time, and the guy was working, or the client, you should say, said, "Hey, I'm looking at doing this, this, and this." Well, that poor bastard was on the ground doing the exact same thing that he was quoting, right? And the client, unfortunately, was one of the immigrants, and was like, yeah, this guy isn't doing worth shit what we want, and that, so, as soon as he's done today, we're going to kick him out, and we'll hire you to do it. And I looked at him and went, No, I'm not. And he goes, "Well, what do you mean?" And I said, "Well, no, I'm not going to do the same work he does." And I said, and I didn't even know the other contractor. I never met him in my life. And I just looked and went, I mean, there are things I would do differently, yes. But all in all, his workmanship wasn't bad. I'm not even going to say it was, well, it's not what I would do, and it isn't. We all do things differently. But at the end result, the work that the work that he was doing was decent. Like, it wasn't haphazard, it wasn't put together wrong, the guy was doing a decent job. But for the client to come in and say, "Hey, look, hey, could you take a look at this, this, and this, and hey, yeah, this guy's doing shit, and I don't like the way he works, and he's too expensive and everything else," and well, I really hate to tell you this, but if you get me, it's not, you think that guy was expensive? I'm going to be more expensive. But no, I had to actually hold my ground on that one. And I backed up what I said too. I said, yeah, no, I think the guy's doing a decent job. I'm not going to replace him. Well, I want you to work tomorrow. Well, for starters, I'm in here taking a look at something. I can't drop everything to come and start a job tomorrow for you. That's not how it works. I said, you're probably going to be waiting 2 months before I can even think about it. And if that's not something in your wheelhouse, I'm sorry. I can't do it. Well, the guy called me a bunch of racial slurs and a bunch of other shit, and then I just walked out, and I was like, nah, I ain't going to deal with this. Fuck you. I didn't say fuck you to him, but I probably should have, actually. Hindsight, I probably should have. All the freaking racial slurs he was calling me and everything else. That's another thing, is there's no respect anymore for anyone. But it's hard to explain to someone what it was like for me growing up in the industry. And again, because I started in construction at such an early age, I got to be part of that baby boomer legacy, you could say. When the baby boomers were at their height and they were, working, doing everything else and what they were doing, I got to be able to be a leech. Probably the best explanation. I got to be a leech. What does that mean? I got to learn tips and tricks from the old guys. And that isn't something that can be taught these days. And I gained massive respect for the people that were working the jobs that I do now. And unfortunately, the biggest problem with that is there is no respect for our industry anymore. It's like, I need you to do this. I need you to start tomorrow. I can't. Sorry. I mean, if the guy wasn't such an arrogant prick, I probably would have said, hey, it's unfortunate that you're kicking one guy out. I'll see what I can do about helping a guy out, doing this or that. No. Yeah, if you're an arrogant prick, I'll do the opposite. I really hope that guy wasn't shafted in the end, too. Because, the contractor that was working and doing the stuff that the guy wanted to basically boot him out of the house and have me do it. Like I said, the workmanship wasn't bad. Like, it really wasn't. It was decent for what it was. And I don't know what his rates are. I don't honestly know the guy. But I hope in the end that the client didn't just boot him out of the house. Probably what it was is the poor bugger probably gave him a bill and he went, I ain't paying this, get out. I wouldn't have stayed working if that was the case, but some don't have a choice. Some days I even wonder if I have a choice. It's not easy having a business these days. I know a lot of people probably don't realize that, but that's the truth. It's not easy to have a business. Expensive gone, like, my bottom line has changed drastically. And it's not because I have an employee. That hasn't changed the difference that much. Yes, I have an added expense. I have somebody's livelihood based on what we do. Yes, I get that. Is it that much more of an expense? No. It's the bottom line between taxes. Taxes are the big thing. The massive amount of taxes, the business taxes have gone up, is huge. The stupid carbon tax that we have is detrimental. That's cut probably 15% of my margin right there, and I only have a 20% margin. So 15% of my 20% is gone due to stupid carbon tax. And I can't claim that. I can't say, hey, look, this is what it cost me for this stupid tax. No, I can't do that. When it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing else. I can't raise my margin because then I'm not competitive. I can't lower my rates because I can't afford it. I can't raise my rates because I can't afford it, and it's not competitive again. I mean, it's a horrible place to be in. I know it's probably more open than a lot of people realize, but I've had a few people recently go, oh yeah, but you're in construction, you make lots of money. No. Unfortunately, no. I'm not necessarily running paycheck to paycheck, but I mean, it's not that far off either. Like, I'm at the age where at least I have my experience to fall back on. I'd have no idea what young people do. And that's the scary part, is I'm more worried about the generation lower than me, of how the hell are they going to survive. Because, I mean, it's one thing to go to school, it's one thing to get an education, and I'm happy for anyone that's pursuing a advanced or greater education. I mean, that's huge. I'm happy for you for having the ambition, you could say, to go out and try to expand your knowledge, expand your learning, expand the possibilities of getting a job. I honestly, I am genuine when I say I'm happy for you. The problem that lies is we're stuck in an age now where you can get an education, you can spend oodles amount to get that education, and then you sit on that education because you can't get the job that you went and trained for. Why? Specifically, it's because you have no experience. Well, here's the problem that lies. How the hell are you going to get experience if no one will give you a job? Right? You're starting to see the problem here. And then there's the other problem. There's people coming into the country that have no experience in the job, but they have a degree from elsewhere, and it's like, oh, well, we can't be prejudiced, so we got to give them the job. I'm sorry. Well, that's bullshit. I'm sorry if you're an immigrant. I mean, I understand that the vision of grandeur of I can better myself, I can, provide for my family. There's greener lawns over in this country, so I must pursue that. And I mean, I get it. I'm happy for you and everything else. But when our issue lies at home, where our people are not getting the services or the opportunities the same as what other people are getting, there's a problem. There needs to be an equal ground. Everyone should have the equal opportunity. And that's the biggest issue that I have, is everyone has to have the same opportunity to do the same job. And that's another issue in itself, I know, but especially with the DEI hires, it shouldn't be diversity first. It should be based on experience. If you have experience for the job, obviously you should be hired for the job, not what you are versus what your experience is. And I know it gets back to the whole scenario again of I'm out of school, I don't have any experience. But there has to be some sort of grounds where everyone should have some sort of equal opportunity to get a job, for one, but everyone should also have equal opportunity to be qualified for a job at an entry level, so that your average person that just got out of school can have an opportunity to gain the knowledge or the experience to get the higher jobs that, you know, everyone's sought after. And I mean, even with a 20-year veteran like myself that is going, geez, you know, it's getting hard to pick up jobs these days. Yeah, it's tough out there. Because, again, even myself, it's like having 20 years experience doing the stuff that I've done. I'm not guaranteed pick up a job. And that's kind of frightening when you consider it. And that's why I say I have 20 years experience. A lot of these people that are coming out of university and college and even high school, they don't have the experience I do. How the hell do they get jobs and stuff? I mean, I really feel bad for the generation under us, because it's like, I don't know, I lose myself in thought going, okay, I know I'm having a hard time and everything else. How the hell do people younger than me do it? Or can they? And I'm lucky enough I can say that I don't have that much debt. Is it tough? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm not going to lie about that. It is tough no matter which way I look at it. But granted, I'm happy that I don't have the debt load that some do. Oops, getting close. I said go down, you stupid thing. But yeah, no, I'm quite happy that I don't carry the debt that some do. I mean, yeah, okay, I have debt, but it's manageable. And thankfully, again, going back to this job that I have to travel for, I do have to travel for it, but I also make a decent amount off of it. I wouldn't say it's not a lucrative job, but it's a job, and it covers all my bills for at least a good month and a half. And that's how I calculate it too. It's like, how many bills will this labor pay? And I do it based on a median average per month. And yes, I say median because fuel bills go up. Nothing I can do about that. Insurance stays the same, but still expense. Wages still stay the same. It's an expense. Phone bills, internet. And yes, doing this sort of helps with the internet side of things, but I more or less do it to A, vent, and B, is it's a relaxation tool. That's what that boils down to, is it's a relaxation tool. The stresses of my work and everything else. And I mean, everyone goes, oh, well, I get it, contracting or in construction. It's a physical job. It's a mental job too. Again, because of the stresses of our stupidity. Not so much mine, but government and everything around it. Oh, I will have to say this. I had an interesting experience with a electric truck. I didn't personally have the experience, but the one immigrant contractor bought this electric truck, and that's what he was using for his work truck. I tell you, electric vehicles have come a long ways, but there's still a long ways to go before I ever think about using one for construction. He didn't even have that much weight on the frickin' truck. And I have no idea what the hell happened to it. I'm not going to say what this make or model of this truck was. All I'm going to say is it was an electric truck. He had probably, I'd say, when you consider the trailer and the load that he had, he probably was pulling 14,000 pounds. And I mean, that is still a fair bit of weight. So, granted, he was hauling about 14,000 pounds on it. What happened to it should not have happened if it's a truck. And I say that because I've seen half tons with the same load on it that are suspicious, but it still handled it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I had to laugh. I actually have pictures of it too. I have pictures of the truck. And again, I won't go into details of what make or model this thing is, but I will tell you for certain, it wars me off from ever buying an electric vehicle if that's the build quality of what can happen to it. And basically, it electric, for case in point, has a lot more torque than gas. All right, it is a known fact. And all in all, I would have to say electric motors are fantastic, and they give you that instant torque. Unfortunately, that might also be the detrimental factor of what happened with this vehicle, is this thing basically twisted itself in half. Because A, I know batteries are heavy, and I know that the torque is sometimes more than you expect. But at the same time, you should not A, twist the frame to basically snapping in half, and B, you should basically not have the back end of your drive and wheels and everything sitting on the ground behind you. The load, on the other hand, was safe. The load survived, and the guy that strapped the load did a damn good job. It didn't move. The truck basically torqued itself in half, and I'm looking at it going, I've hauled loads like that with my 3/4 ton gas, and yes, mine's gas, it's not a diesel. I've hauled many a load like that, and that heavy. I have not once torqued the frame. And someone told me, well, the frame's aluminum. Why the fuck on a truck would you have an aluminum frame? That's just stupid. Especially since A, electric motors have a lot more torque than gas. And it's instant torque. It's instant twist. So, again, it's like, why? Why would you think that was a good thing to do with a friggin' truck? And yeah, no, it's like, to this day, I'm still going, I have more questions than answers. Can we sort of have some sort of, how did this happen? And I mean, it was right outside of Verona, so so and I don't know what the towing capacity of those vehicles are, but I would say, being that I've been experienced 20 years in the field, I know what things weigh. And because I know what things weigh and what that trailer was, it was a heavy trailer. The trailer didn't misspeak. Trailer is steel framed. It has 3 axles. It's probably a good, I bet that trailer weighs about 4,000 pounds, but I also bet it also can haul about 16,000 pounds total. So I mean, total weight on, and it wasn't a full load, like that wasn't a necessarily heavy load for that trailer. So that's why I would say I really question how much weight was actually on that truck. Cause yeah. Again, my 3/4 ton. I've got 2023 2500, and it's got the max towing package and everything else. It is a heavy freaking hauling truck, and yes, you can. Mine is built for towing. No questions asked. It is built for heavy hauling towing. It's not a diesel. I actually put my foot down and they went with it, and I have a gas powered 3/4 ton with a max towing package, but it's got the Allison transmission in it. And I will honestly say, I've driven big trucks like this Mack that we're using in the game, with the Allisons in them and everything else, and I will say they're a fantastic friggin' transmission. I will say the one downside to them is the bottom line granny gear that will basically make you eat dirt when you're not wary of it. We filled 74% of this field. Woo. We are getting there. Ever so slowly, but we are getting there. The Gleaner looks like fucking hell. It looks like some sort of desert camo from fucking World War II. It has seen things, but it actually has been doing pretty good. I mean, it combined all of 102 by itself. Entirely by itself. Okay, save. Shave. Save it to the drive. Shave. Yep, that's look good. 76% there. But yeah, no, we're doing all right. All things considered, we're doing all right. We've taken a hell of a chunk out of this. The poor little Gleaner's at max capacity, but yeah, I mean, it's doing all right. We'll get that big X9 down here. Once it's done that, she'll chew through the frickin' field. It'll be fan-freaking-tastic. And yes, I am going to actually, as soon as I'm back and everything else, check where my whereabouts my package might be. The worst part is it says, I don't know, could be there by 10. So you're literally waiting around all day going, do 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 do. It's gonna take all fucking day. I mean, it's no different than UPS. UPS, it's like, I don't know, your package might be delivered today. What do you mean, might be? Yeah, it could be tomorrow. Could be next Friday. I don't know. Thanks. FedEx just outright refuses, just going, we don't know where that exists. We're not going out there to deliver. Sorry. Okay. And DHL, it's like, yeah, we know where you exist. We ain't driving out there. Okay, can you, I don't know, drop it off on the way at, I don't know, the gas station along the highway? I know the guy. I'm pretty sure I can pick up the package. Oh, we can't do that. It's against our policy. Yeah. You son of a bitch. Alright, I'll park him here. That can come down. And now I gotta play the game of, where is it? Ah, there it is. And then I will also play the game of, where's my packages? I am going to shit bricks, honestly, if these two packages, as random as it is, show up on the same truck. Because again, that's just, I can't see it happening. The weird part is if you like, oh, holy crap. Oh, that's different. So I just got a message from them when I refreshed it saying, the package is 6 stops away. It is over here. And it was updated 20 seconds ago. Okay, what about the other package? Is it the same map? It is the same map. Holy crap, it's on the same track. Oh. Well, that's different. Updated 10 seconds ago. Okay. And realistically, it's like 8 miles away. I don't think anybody realizes what that actually equates to. Like, I mean, when it says 6 stops to go and that it's 8 miles away, well, it didn't say 8 miles. I know where it's located. It showed the GPS tracker for it, and it's like, it is here. And I'm going, yeah, it's about 8 miles away. And again, most people wouldn't see the significance in that. If it was 8 miles away in, say, a major city like Toronto, they're going, holy crap, it's like, it's on the other end of the fucking city. Us, on the other hand, it's like, fuck, if I go up in the attic, I should be able to see the fucker. Which is a whole lot of sad at the same time of, really? They could do that? Yeah, we can. So that gets into a different story. For years and years and years, we had dial-up. I mean, it's only been the last 4 years that I've had Starlink, alright? And Starlink's been fan-freaking-tastic. But there was a time that we've only had dial-up, and dial-up was suspicious at best. So when they first came out with this wireless network, they popped up towers everywhere, right? And it was like, okay, when you see a tower go up in the neighborhood, it's like, okay, what the hell is that, right? Is that a cell phone tower or things like that? No, what it is a internet tower. And when the first one popped up, I went up in the attic, and I looked out the dormer windows and went, oh, okay, I can see the fucker. That means we should be able to get internet. No, apparently not. There was high static in the area. We cannot connect to that tower because there's a power line in between it, and it creates a lot of static. I shit you not, that's what it was. So, then I watched another tower come up and I went, alright, I don't know who this one is. I'm going to find out. I'll farm around and find out who it is. And the guy didn't even frickin' blink an eye. He just outright told me, well, nothing we can do. You're not outside of our service area. Motherfuckers, I can see the tower. It's just right there, man. Well, nothing we can do. It's outside of our service area. So then, friends of mine created this own internet company. And it was like, oh yeah, we should be able to get you. It was good at the start. Like, I mean, was it faster than dial-up? Yes. Marginally. But yes. And they went, okay, so no problem, right? It's you've got decent service. Holy crap, I just lost 12 grand. Just watch that go plink. So it's like, yep, no problem. We can get you. And it was, yeah, okay. Probably for 6 months to a year, it was okay, right? Then they got bought out. And then these other guys moved in. And for the first 3-4 years, they were fantastic. I thought they were fantastic. and they were doing good, and we'd have decent internet again, and everything was good, I thought. Yeah, like I said, it was all marginally fantastic, and marginally is a good way to put it, because it was like, yeah, okay, it's good. Compared to what I have now, no, not really. For the price that I have now, no, not really. And then they kept going downhill, 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 and the last straw was when it went down, entirely down. And they said, well, it's going to be 2 weeks before we can get a technician to you to fix it. If we can. Okay, that's words that you don't want to ever hear. If you can fix it. So the guy gets out here, and he goes, I'll patch you through. He says, we're not supposed to fix it like this, but I'll patch you through. And I said, what's actually going on? He says, the simple fact is we're overwhelmed. And he says, our network's overloaded, so your internet is the best it's going to ever be, and it's not good. And he says, have you ever thought about signing up to the beta testing with Starlink? He says, I know a few people that are getting in on that, and it might be worthwhile for you. And I went, oh, yeah, okay. Sure, probably won't even look like a guy like me. I told him what I do and everything else, and I think it was only about a month after I signed up for the beta testing and told them what I was planning on doing with it, that they said, hey, no problem, your equipment is being sent out. And it's like, really? You ain't fucking with me, right? No, they weren't. So, on average, like I have the Stream Deck. I'm using the Stream Deck. I'll push the button. The button is a good way to test, because it's speed test with the button, and it promptly shows me LCD right behind it what the internet is doing. And I mean, I don't expect magic, because I live in buttfuck nowhere. I mean, I get it. It's hard enough. But we'll see in a second here what this actually shows. Because, I mean, it does the whole deep depth. Oh, I'm off on my line. Let's back up and redo that. Alright. So, the Starlink. This is a good example of why I like the Starlink. 252.7 down. And she is 26.8 up with 39 milliseconds latency. That is what I am having. So if anyone says, oh, it is shit, comparatively, what I had before, no, it is not. Comparatively, what I had before was, on average, maybe 7 down and 2 up for about close to $400 Canadian a month. That was my top end best. It is the greatest thing ever internet, according to the company that I got it from. So, yeah. Kind of spoiled with the Starlink, alright? And I mean, I get it. Is it comparative to like somebody that has 1 gig down, 1 gig up from freaking lives in the city with fiber? Yeah, no, of course not. It's not going to be anywhere close to that comparative abilities. It's nowhere near similar. It isn't. But for me to get fiber would require me to put a fiber optics line in for about 14 fucking miles at $27,000 a mile, alright? So, yeah, no, I'm going to stick with the Starlink, thank you very much. I think I can live with the performance that I have currently with it. And how do I know those numbers for fiber? Because I got a quote. And I mean, anyone goes $27,000 freaking dollars mile. Yeah, well, when you think about it, they gotta trench a line in and get permission to do it and everything else. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, you gotta hire the ditch witch guys. You gotta do all this. You gotta do that, and yada yada yada. Yeah. No, I definitely get it. I understand that it's not free to haul it or run it. So yeah, no, gotcha. Don't need to tell me twice. Well, holy shit. That's the Amazon van going down the road. I can see it from the second story window. Well, that changes everything. I am going to end it here. I know we did not get this frickin' field done, but we did get quite a bit done in between, and I mean, I guarantee that is the Amazon guy for what I'm doing. He is now 2 stops away, so yep, that makes sense. He just pulled into my neighbors. So yeah, I am going to end it here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for letting me vent for a while and about my world troubles and everything else. And I'm going to try and stream tonight if I can. So be sure to check out x.com under Big Norsk, and I will keep everyone posted on that. And of course, underneath the video is the best place to subscribe, and that's on both the YouTube and the Kick. On the YouTube side, it's underneath the video, and of course, the husk scroll in the bottom right corner. Some say he's actually one of those rocks sitting out on the field, surveying the land, getting prepared to strike. I think he's full of shit, but, you know, if you do see him, smack him upside the head and push that button. And, of course, flip over to the Kick side, follow and subscribe over there as well, and every little bit really does help with the bottom line of surviving in this really shitty world that we live in. And, yeah, we will see everyone on the next stream. Thanks for watching, and take care.